on the next episode of Dared BlackHearts Spooky Club.
This is really cool. They have like a Frankenstein light up blow mold. The eyes and the mouth light up blue. This is really cool.
Tonight at 8 on TV 13.
Well, hello again, ghouls and goblins, and welcome back to the channel. Today's spooky adventure brings me to Target. Why Target? Because Target has started putting out some Halloween merchandise in the Bullseye playground section. And with any luck, maybe I can find some of the Hide and Eek 2026 collection while I'm here, because August is when most Target stores start getting the Hide and Eek collection in stores. Now, most of the time you got to wait until the back to school section moves out before you can move in that. But in a year where everything is early, anything is possible this year at Target. So I'm going to go in, look for the Bullseye, the Hide and Eek, any spooky collectibles that Target always has, like the NECA Ben Cooper figures, any of that stuff. And there's an alarm going off in the background. I don't know what is going on, but it is excessively loud. I think it's coming from TJ Maxx. So anyway, I don't know what I'm going to find. Will I find anything? There's only one way to find out, and that's to join me if you dare.
I got a black heart, it's a new start. Welcome to the spooky club. I got a black heart, it's a new start. Welcome to the spooky club. Take that! Join the spooky club.
All right, so on this very cloudy morning, let's go inside Target, see if we can find any Halloween merchandise just yet. Looks like it's going to be another day of heavy downpours and torrential rain. There's your weather forecast from Channel 13. All right, so speaking of a weather forecast, it's raining. It's raining orange here at Target. Let's get into this. First up, they've got the Witch's Brew pillow here for $5. Pretty cool pillow. I know the pillow craze is all the rage this year. They've got the cat pillow for $5. Now, this is a completely different Bullseye playground drop than the one that came out a few months ago. Oh, this is like a little small pillow. This would do great for my grandson. It says trick or treat, and it's got the little jack-o'-lantern there. That one's also $5. Got a lot of little small ones here. They've got the crescent moon. Also, it looks like something fell out of that one because it's supposed to have another piece with it also. And then we've got the ghost that says trick or treat with the pillow that says boo. And then the one back here, same one, trick or treat with the jack-o'-lantern. What is this? This is a haunted dollhouse for $5. It's like a 3D haunted dollhouse. That's kind of cool. But look at this right here. This is really cool for $5. You've got the skeleton here inside of the carriage here. It's got the spider webs. It's got the lanterns. And of course, it lights up. Let's see if I can get it to light up. It probably needs batteries, no doubt, but we'll try it out and see. No, it actually comes with batteries. Look at that. It glows green. That's really cool. This kind of reminds me of the one that I saw over next door, as a matter of fact, at TJ Maxx. Of course, this one's just plastic. The other one was a little bit more, I guess, detailed. But look at this. We've got the haunted house also for $5 that lights up. Let's see what this one does. All right, that one's cool too. And like I always say, you can never go wrong with a haunted house for Halloween. Cool piece there. Both of those actually may be pickups today, in all honesty. And then here, I guess these kind of look like they could be soap holders for your bathroom, since the skeleton is inside the tub here for $3. And this one here has even got cucumbers on its eyes. So $3 each for both of those. And they've got a fuzzy monster notebook just in time for back to school. $3 each for both of the fuzzy monster notebooks. Then we've got the floral arrangements also for $5. Then we've got a coffin shelf. Now, you normally see these coffin shelves at places like Michael's, but Target now coming on strong with them for $5. And it looks just as good as the ones at Michael's, in all honesty. $5 for the haunted house shelf also. And then we've got some of the wreaths probably the cheapest wreaths I've seen all year. $5 each for those. But so far, the best pieces are the light up carriage and the haunted house. But there's more. So we come around here. There's the ghost, the cauldron, and this is kind of like almost a circus tent that would go in with the Bath and Body Works theme this year. And these are like candy and cookie jars for $5 each. I think the best one is probably the cauldron. And then they've got paint your own landscape artwork. It's kind of like a spin on the oil paintings that are super popular this year. And this is the style here. You paint the witch flying with the bats. And the full moon, I think they have 3 different styles. So they've also got this one here. So it looks like you're going to paint the ghost and the bats in yourself, which is kind of the way these oil paintings started, because people would buy these from places like Goodwill and the Salvation Army, old 70s and 80s oil paintings, and they would just paint in ghosts. And then there's, it's just the ghost and the witch, I believe. And then they've got the 2-pack figurines here. They've got the plastic figurines of the cats. And then they've got the bear and the dog playing Dr. Frankenstein and Frankenstein's monster. The way they also have the frog and what is that? Is that a mouse? It's like a mouse. Yeah, $3 for each of those. And then some of these novelty vases with the spikes. And then just kind of this swirly design here for $5 each. And some of the novelty ceramic pumpkins. Got the one with a serpent on it. $3 each for those. And then skeleton vases. Also $5 each. But I'm digging the cancer here for $5. And yes, it actually is. It's made out of glass. $5 for that. And then a few doormats down here. Bonjour. And there's a pumpkin, $5 each for those. And then what is this? What is this Frankenstein piece here? This is kind of like a blow mold. And it's, I guess, $5. Let's see. I think it's $5. Yeah, it's $5 for this. So let's see exactly what Frankenstein does. Let's bring it down here so we can get a better look at this. Alright, so yeah, that's kind of like a mini blow mold, and Frankenstein lights up blue. That's really not bad for $5. That's probably winning so far today, and it'll probably be coming back home with me. And then they've got the mini projector lights that look like a cauldron for $5 each. Oh, I got some of these a few years ago and did a review on these. These are the outdoor light up solar powered eyeball yard stakes for $5 each. Then we've got the light up jack-o'-lantern, the light up boo sign, and the light up bat, all for $5 each also. And then we've got a few of the dish towels also, trick or treat. And we've got the crow here, Happy Halloween, $5 each for those. And then we've got these little dome pieces down here that also light up. It looks like there's a few different styles. There's the cemetery scene, graveyard scene with the crow. And then there's the, what's that? The cauldron with the, that's the cauldron with the witch's potion being poured into the cauldron. And yeah, these light up and are $5 each also. And then we've got a servant tray, $5 for the servant tray. It looks like it's just the spiderweb design. And then we've got a storage book that says magical potions. It's a 2-tier storage book for $5. And then one more piece down here, one more storage book, one that says spells and sorcery. That is also $5, but definitely leaning towards grabbing the Frankenstein blow mold style piece.
We'll return after these messages.
At Target, we have everything you need for Halloween, including the most popular costumes at 20% off and a frighteningly large selection of candy. Target, your first stop for Halloween.
Now, back to our program.
Oh man, and they even have more of these fun paintings. This one may be going in my bathroom. He's sitting on the toilet looking at his phone and he says, doom scrolling. $3 for that one. And then, oh man, I saw this one in Ashley Graves' Fright Chronicles video. Her and Declan were checking out the 2-ply toilet paper. And look at this. Creeping It Clean. $1 for the toilet paper. And of course, they've got all the little potion jars that they have each year for $1 also. And then just a picture frame here with a neon green skeleton in it for $3. And then this one says, Creep It Real. And then you've got the spider web back there, but they do have a bunch of these little mini oil style paintings, but they're magnets. You've got the ghost with his coffee, ghost with the bats, all of the ghosts out trick-or-treating. This would be cool if my refrigerator wasn't already full, but maybe I can find space somewhere for at least one of them. Uh-oh, another bathroom piece here. Don't forget to brush your teeth. $3 for that one also. More little bottles here. Crowfoot and Black Cat Hisses. $1 each for those. And $1 for the wood blocks. Cursed with Impeccable Taste. Trick or Treat. Happy Halloween. Huh. Lived, laughed, and loved. So it looks like it's just those styles. And then right here we've got kind of like the Thanksgiving type stuff and just kind of like fall merchandise. But yeah, definitely the Halloween stuff is pretty cool. They even have Halloween sponges for $1. Spiderweb and candy corn. And I'm almost tempted to grab a roll of the toilet paper. I'm definitely grabbing that though. So they've also started putting out the Halloween t-shirts here. They've got John Carpenter's Halloween from 1978, the night he came home. How much are these? $15 for these. I think they're just one-sided. Yeah, nothing on the back. But they also have the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man Ghostbusters one. It looks like these are the only two that they have. Just Ghostbusters and Halloween. I don't think I need either one of these because I'm pretty set on Ghostbusters and Halloween t-shirts as well as Back to the Future. Speaking of Back to the Future, stay tuned to the channel because I've started doing Flashback Fridays with Ashley from Fright Chronicles, who I mentioned earlier when she showed the toilet paper in her video. So be sure to check out that video. About 2 years ago, we visited the Twin Pines Mall in Puente Hills, California. And I definitely think that it's on life support and borrowed time. So I don't think it's going to be around much longer. And ironically enough, when we went there, we did Halloween shopping. So stay tuned to that video coming on Flashback Friday. Fridays at 6 p.m. here on Channel 13. And they also have Ghostface pajama pants for $25. $25 seems a little expensive for pajamas. And for Summerween, they've got a Jaws button-up shirt for $25. But the only size they have seems to be medium. So if you're larger than a medium, I think we're going to need a bigger shirt. And since I do all things retro here on the channel, I've got to work in a little bit of retro goodies here and show you a new t-shirt that they have here. They have the Transformers the Movie t-shirt. This one's new. And of course now when I come shopping, I automatically look at the baby section. And yes, they have a car seat and stroller canopy costume, a monster, and a jack-o'-lantern. So that may have to be a pickup. All kinds of cool stuff here for baby BlackHeart. on the way, coming soon. And isn't this one very similar to the one that Pink was selling at Victoria's Secret, or Victoria was selling the Pink brand, whichever way it goes, but I think this one's $13 here at Target. And 2 different Ghostface t-shirts. The one here says "Call Me Now," 1-800-GHOSTFACE, charges apply, $2 for the first minute, 45 cents for each additional minute, of course playing off of the old 80s and 90s 1-800 numbers, and staying alive with his coffee. And then like an entire section of just like pullovers and stuff. We've got this Bat hoodie here for $30. And then we've got the Winnie the Pooh vampire sweatshirt for, well, I don't know, because it doesn't seem to have a price on it. But it's before Winnie the Pooh went into the Blood and Honey franchise. I guess this is the roots of Blood and Honey. And then you've got this one here, also made by Vinyl Threads. Again, I'm not seeing a price tag on any of these, unfortunately. Then what is this? That's not spooky, I don't think. Then we've got a black cat one, also wearing the little jack-o'-lantern hoodie. And I believe that is all of the pullovers.
Don't let an accident cast a spell on your Halloween. Hi, I'm Bob Phil. Be sure to send your kids out in light-colored costumes so they're easier to see at night. And also, have them carry a white goodie bag with reflective strips. And instead of candy, give out Easter Seal's Safe Halloween coupons. They're a $10 value for only $1 at any Kansas City or St. Joseph Burger King. From the first trick-or-treater to the very last at your door, have a safe Halloween.
And I never thought in a million years, being a kid that grew up in the 80s, that the WWF LJN wrestling superstars would see a day when they're back on the shelves and they've got Ultimate Warrior, Jesse the Body Ventura. Back there, you've got King Kong Bundy. Man, I grew up with these things, and these things were super, super heavy. Like if you tossed one at your friend, it was lights out. And it's definitely like what's old is new again. And I will say that the Masters of the Universe movie was really, really good. I didn't think I would enjoy it, but it was great. Like I'm almost going to say that it was better than the 1987 movie. And I almost cringe having to say that, no pun intended, as I'm looking at Cringer Battle Cat there, but it's great. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend it. And look, G.I. Joe, also Star Wars. It's like looking at a Toys R Us shelf.
Happy Halloween from Channel 13.
Look out, because this Halloween, Toys R Us is your Halloween headquarters. You'll find every trick or treat under the moon. A monstrous selection of costumes and a dungeon full of decorations at prices so low, you'll howl. So this Halloween, bring the entire family to Toys R Us for a Halloween selection so huge, it's scary.
And I figured I'd take a look at the Monster High collectibles, since I don't really think kids are playing with Monster High now. And I called it many years ago. I said that Monster High would definitely become a collector's item in the Halloween and horror community. And that is exactly what has happened. And I believe there's supposed to be like a Universal Monsters brand that was released at Comic-Con this summer that everyone is absolutely waiting for. And of course, as I expected, where the Hide and Eat collection is going to go, they currently have the back to school, so probably a few more weeks until this is all filled with Halloween goodies. As I was making my way to the collectibles section, it looks like one of these was put back. Another $3 bathroom style picture. You've got the black scratch cat there all tangled up in the toilet paper saying boo. Got the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown book out for $7.99. Never seen letters to the Great Pumpkin. Includes 6 letters from the Peanuts gang, $11.99 for that. Where's the Leaf Thief for $9.99? The Good, the Bad, and the Spooky. Ghost Afraid of the Dark. Peekaboo Halloween. Halloween Baby. Goodnight Goon for $8.99 instead of Goodnight moon, all kinds of Halloween books already hitting the shelves. But right over here, they have set up like a spooky section. You've got The Thing, Freddy vs. Jason, Terrifier, Halloween Ends, of course, all NECA figures for like $37.99. And then up here, we've got some Godzilla and Lion-O from the Thundercats. As for Ben Cooper, it doesn't look like there's really a whole lot in the way of this. There's still Garfield. There's still the Gremlins. There's still the superheroes like the Joker, the Ninja Turtles, House of Thousand Corpses, Halloween 2, Pennywise. That's the one with the best box art right there because these look legit. Kiss. It looks kind of like the same lineup, unfortunately. Dungeons and Dragons. I just don't think these are selling as good as they had hoped they would. It looks like the Chucky blind boxes are selling pretty good. A few plush pieces also. Ghostface. There's the Halloween Ghostface head knocker. Some of the Toonie Terrors pieces down here. And some of the larger creepy plush pieces. They have definitely remodeled the entire way the collectibles section is set up inside of Target. Here's all of the horror stuff. We've got Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We've got Welcome to Derry. And we've got Gremlins. And down here we've got, this is new, we've got a Halloween Kid Robot Michael Myers vinyl figure, as well as Art the Clown and Ghostface and Jason, all for $24.99 each. Never seen these before. I mean, they're really cool. The size of them I would compare would be to Living Dead dolls, if you've ever collected Living Dead dolls. So for $24.99, the price for these is actually really, really good. Actually, I was wrong. They do have new pieces, and this one doesn't even say Ben Cooper. This one is saying Fun World on the packaging. The Ghostface mask, of course, because Ghostface came out in '96 with the original Scream movie, and Fun World was the manufacturer for a lot of that early Scream merchandise. $22.99 for that. They also have the Chucky and the Tiffany ones, as well as Jason and the Misfits, the Fiend as well. The Fiend there with the little trick-or-treat bag. And then Jason here. Look at that. He's even got Mother's face up there because Mother's face is the trick-or-treat bucket. Let's take a closer look at the Chucky one here. There we go. That's kind of nightmare fuel. And then Tiffany over here also. Oof, Tiffany looks rough. So yeah, definitely new pieces, but they can't give poor Gizmo away. Gizmo's been here for a minute. And there's Coraline and those Ninja Turtle Universal Monsters. They've been here just as long. Also, lots of spooky new goodies.
We'll return after these messages.
Everybody's heading for Woolworth and Woolco to get set for Halloween. There's Star Wars costumes like Darth Vader and C-3PO. Superheroes like Spider-Man, Wonder Woman and Batman. There's the Shogun Warrior and many more, all at bare bones prices. Only $1.97 to $3.99. And wrapped candy of every kind to cheer any spirit. All at the favorite Halloween haunts, Woolworth and Woolco.
Now, back to our program.
And yes, Target now is selling starter team jackets, just like we used to have back in the 90s, for $150. And it looks like they're trying to do an entire section here, reset, dedicated all to vinyl records. So that's pretty cool. And of course, there's the Halloween staple, Thriller. And even the Halloween greeting cards have started creeping their way onto the shelves. Look at this one. May all your screams come true. And this one here, it's got the creepy tree in there. Huh, it's your first Halloween. Boo, hope it's fun. for you, grandson, with the Frankenstein that opens up that says, Happy Halloween to the little monster. It's really cool. I think this is the first place that I have seen Halloween cards on the shelves just yet. Normally Dollar Tree is the first to drop with theirs, but not this year. Cool pieces. Oh, that one's kind of like holographic. Check that one out. So there you go. So start checking your targets because the Halloween merchandise has started arriving. And what is this? This is from American Greetings. Happy Halloween pop-up card with envelope. And then look at this. Oh, wow. Look at this. It's a pop-up haunted house. And that is $9.99. I'm digging that, guys. That is like old school Hallmark there for sure. And a few more Hallmark pieces also. Hello Kitty $7.99. The Nightmare Before Christmas one is $8.99. The Batman one even comes with a mask. How much was the Snoopy one? Snoopy one was $10.99, so not even bad for that either. Okay, so before someone corrects me, it's not Hallmark, it's American Greetings. I get them confused. So not Hallmark, but American Greetings. Sorry, I get my companies mixed up sometimes in the excitement of Halloween. And while Walmart is selling the Summer Slashers Fangoria magazine for $14.99, it appears that Target has the Vampires Fangoria special.
Have a safe and happy Halloween.
The scariest thing about Halloween is that everyone is beginning to look a lot alike. That's why we created the Boo Bazaar at Hallmark. You have an amazing array of awesome accessories, lapel pins, and clip-ons. Plus our exclusive Baby Boo and Boo Junior lines for kids. So this year, be an original. Scare up your costume at Hallmark's Boo Bazaar, because there's nothing more frightening than the same old thing.
And soon to Channel 13, Flashback Fridays, before there was BlackHearts' Spooky Club. He got a start on the BlackHearts Club with Ashley from the Fright Chronicles. Join all the retro adventures. Coming soon, every Friday at 6 p.m.
Now, back to our program.
All right, so there you have it. Target for the win. The Bullseye section coming on strong, as well as the collectibles. However, nothing in the line of hide and eek just yet. So I'm going to have to keep checking back to Target probably in about 2 or 3 weeks to see if there's any hide and eek out just yet, since the back to school section is still in full swing where the hide and eek merchandise is going to go. And that's kind of the way it goes at most stores, unless you live in an area where school starts back a little bit earlier. But here in the South, it starts back towards the end of August. So if you're in like Southern California or other areas, you may be getting hide and eek within a week or two as soon as they start breaking down the back to school merchandise. But regardless, I'll be covering it. If I've got to travel to another Target to get it a little bit early, so be it, because I do all things Halloween, Summerween, and everything in between here on Derek BlackHearts Club, including retro and holiday related. So if you're new here and you like this type of content, how about slashing that subscribe button and joining the club, and also turning on that notification bell so you don't miss a moment of the spooky retro fun that I have here on the channel. And until next time, I'll see you on the dark side. There's no way I could resist getting the doom scrolling on the toilet. Plus, it looks great on my black bathroom wall. Highly recommend it.
This is KOVR, Channel 13, Stockton, Sacramento, signing off another day of TV programming. KOVR is owned and operated by KOVR TV Incorporated. Good night from the staff and management of KOVR, Stockton, Sacramento.